Hello and welcome to another video here with me, Arno Schmidt. We are playing Standard and we're trying out a brewski, not a brew of mine, a deck that I saw on in the Magic Online leagues performing and also in the Magic Online challenge. So I was like, okay, we're getting already some results on this spicy Mardu Vampires list by I think Constana00 is the Magic Online username. And yeah, what do we have here? We have a black-red-based vampire deck, splashing white for, of course, Edgar Charmed Groom, Amazing Lord for the Vampires archetype that is also kind of really difficult to deal with card for various black decks that don't have exiling. And I mean, any deck that doesn't have exiling, essentially. And Dust Legion's Duelist, a recent addition from March of the Machines, which synergizes with the 1+1 counters from Vampire Socialite, for one, and Voldaren Thrillseeker, which is also a recent addition, which you, pretty nice curve, huh? You go do Dust Legion into Thrillseeker, draw a card, and attack for 4/4 Vigilance. All in all, this deck actually has a bunch of new cards. It also plays Markov Baron, which is the new Vampire Lord that can Madness out. If you don't know, Madness is an ability. You can cast this card for its Madness cost when you discard it. So if you have a blood token lying around from Voldaren Epicure or Bloodtithe Harvester, you can then choose to, at instant speed even, discard the Markov Baron with the blood token and flash it in via Madness. This also is card advantage, right? Because otherwise you would have to actually discard a card. Here you discard the Baron and get to draw a card with the blood token and cast the Baron. So pretty sweet. I mean, a bunch of new cards, powerful tribal synergies. We're playing Voldaren Epicure as our 1-drop. There's a couple more 1-drop options, like what's it called? I think Falcon Wrath, blah blah blah, Gorger or something. It's a 2/1 for 1 mana, which usually is more appealing in an aggressive deck. But I'm gonna just copy Constana's list in terms of the creature base here and just try with this. This is a little bit more blood token synergy card, so it works better with the Baron, for example. It also works nicely with the Socialite because you can play the Epicure, deal 1 damage, and then the Socialite triggers, and you can play the Socialite before you've attacked, so they already lost life, and pump your entire team. So that's pretty dope. And yeah, all in all, I mean, we're playing Go for the Throat. I made some slight changes to the original list. The original list had Pylon. Pylon is a sweet removal. You convoke, you think about it, oh my god, it's going to be amazing. I convoke, tap my dudes, do all things. But more often than not, it's just the worst Go for the Throat. At least that's what I found in previous testing of Pylon. And even if you have a lot of creatures, it's just not that amazing. To make that card good, you have to be like a dedicated token deck that spews out like tokens left and right. But this is just a normal creature deck, so it does have creatures to tap, but you want to attack with those, so you don't want to have Pylon, and you want to have Go for the Throat or / Pylon on turn 2 often available to yourself, so you can actually deal with if you want to draw or something, or have to get rid of an Adeline or any blocker. A Pylon is just a little awkward in that sense. So yeah, the rest of the deck, pretty stock. I made some slight changes. They had like second Henrika. I put an Evelyn in there. Less aggressive card, but pretty sweet in a vampire deck, of course. Getting to, have this card advantage engine that can sometimes win you a long game if they just ran out of removal because they used it on, I don't know, your Socialite, your Florian, and so on. So I thought, one of Evelyn. Why not? We have 8 tribal lands, which is kind of sweet. Makes our vampire casting very easy with 8 essentially 3-color lands. And the rest of the mana base, we are looking at, I did some changes to the mana base. The mana base was a bit white heavy, so I added some more black and red sources to be able to cast our post-board cards and of course Go for the Throat, because that we cannot cast with our tribal lands. Post-board cards, we have Lymphomatic Barrage we want to cast early on, Vampire's Vengeance, a nice little sweeper effect that doesn't hit our vampires. We have Duress, of course, we want to cast that early on. And then we have Lauren, which is a white card, kind of awkward, but we have Secluded Courtyard we can put on human to then cast a Lauren. The sideboard, again, mostly copied from Constana's list. I made some slight changes, but that's pretty much it. And I have 1 Sorin in here. We're going to see how easy that one is to be cast. With black is a little tough. We don't have that many black sources. And then unfortunately, even though it is a vampire, you cannot cast it with Voldaren Estate. A little bit of a flavor fail right there. But yeah, I was thinking that this is just a nice effect to have. Of course, having a Planeswalker in your sideboard against Sunfall decks, for example. Sunfall could certainly be a problem looking at the deck list. But yeah, I'm excited to try this out, see how powerful the Vampire synergies are. And yeah, if you can just overpower people. Let's see, let's try this out. Okie dokie, yeah, I mean, we have 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop. I can work with this. Voldaren Estate. Could also certainly see not playing the Dust Legion Duelist. There's not that many synergies with the card. And instead go with the Voldaren Thrillseeker, I believe it's called. It's a 2/1 flyer that synergizes with blood. Whenever a vampire dies, you get a blood. They don't want to activate. Voldaren Thrillseeker, not the best free drop, I gotta say, if alone. Just a free for it you can sacrifice. Yeah, but the Thrillseeker is kind of good too, and synergizes with all your vampires. I think I'm just gonna kill this. I could leave my Go for the Throat in hand. It's very weird of them to not activate at least once. Because Make Disappear Fairy Mastermind usually the plays here. I'm a bit worried about Shieldred. So I think I'm gonna leave it alive. The Misery Shadow though does handle my Edgar. Maybe I should just ignore the Shieldred. I could perhaps set it up in a way where I go Edgar turn 4 and then turn 5 Thrillseeker, put 2 counters in Edgar, and then kill the Shieldred that way. That could work. Vampire. Really not great to play this on an empty board, but you know, better than doing nothing, that's for sure. So they can cut down here as well, but they don't have it. Cool. Nothing at all. I'm surprised. No activation on Misery Shadow. I see. That makes sense, I guess. They had Liliana. Maybe they have a Go for the Throat, but they just wanted to use this turn to go for Liliana. Henrika Domnathi. I could play this and draw a card. It's not unreasonable. 3 cards in hand. Could play Edgar. Playing Thrillseeker, definitely not. I kinda like the Henrika. I mean, she has to be answered. If I play Edgar, Edgar also has to be answered. Kinda. Edgar is just so good. It's enticing to play this when they don't have to Make Disappear up. But Henrika drawing a card is also very enticing. Just straight up 2 for 1. Eddie. Eddie. 3 cards, and then if I play Edgar, what could go wrong? They could play a Shieldred. And then I would pump my Edgar with the Thrillseeker. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Henrika for now. Draw me a card. It's a close call. Another Go for the Throat makes me feel comfortable against a Shieldred. I mean, that's always how you lose with these type of decks. Just Shieldred gets you. Yeah, Edgar is probably a big reason why this deck can be good against these black decks. 2 cards in hand. Didn't activate the Sleeper. Probably sitting on a Make Disappear, I would guess. I mean, now I kind of regret not playing my Edgar because I'm a bit in an awkward spot here. I can't really play Edgar because it's going to get Make Disappeared, and at that point I'm really losing on the resource front. I guess I could just play the Thrillseeker. Plays their own Make Disappear. And if they try to Liliana me, I can just shoot the Sleeper. I mean, it seems kind of reasonable. So they can't really Liliana me, and they can't really kill this. So they can just plus the Lily, which is fine. Probably just discard the Anje. Maybe I should discard the Go for the Road. Nah. Yeah, I really wonder if it might have been just correct to play Edgar. In hindsight, I mean, this is great for me. They lose the Liliana, I kill the Sleeper. Pretty happy about these circumstances. Oh, they're gonna counter the trigger. Sure. I mean, that's fine. I get to draw a card. I go to 14. Now I get to play Edgar. Looking fine, you know? Like, Edgar's gonna be pretty annoying for my opponent. And I have Anje to make blood. Okay, Shieldred. There she is. Luckily I have this Go for the Throat. This vampire deck does have some inevitability with the Voldaren Estate as well. I can continuously make blood for cheap. So I can sack blood to shoot damage at them. Probably gonna want to attack with Edgar, right? Yeah. And gain life as well. Or I could draw cards. This makes me a blood for 3 mana. I think I want more lands in play. I'm just gonna pass for now. I think 7 lands is all I want though. Like every land that I'm gonna continue to draw is gonna be discarded to blood tokens. Or held in hand for blood tokens. So I can draw a card here. If they want to. Okay, they might do that. I think at this point I draw a card instead of shooting 2 damage. So I just want more action. And then the more action I find, the more I can, you know, the more blood I get, etc. Alright, they're gonna draw a card? No, not quite. So what do you say? If an opponent lost life, so they haven't lost life. Okay. Cool. So I could play this, then sack the blood I get, then play Socialite, pump everybody. I think they're still sitting on a Make Disappear. So this is Death Touch. I guess I could just get in there with the Edgar and see what they do. They probably take it. I mean, they could trade here, but I mean, that's very good for me, I would say. I don't want to trade my Anje though, I think. Alright, they take it. So we can play first Socialite and then play Harvester. And we can keep up the estate even and make more blood. Because now the estate only costs me 1 mana to activate it. Cool. Yeah, they just give up. I mean, this is just too much. All the power, everybody pumps each other. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's see. Black and red. I mean, I guess I don't really have a sideboard for this matchup. Vampire's Vengeance, nah. I could play more hard removal. That I'm like, instead of the Lymphomatic Barrage, maybe it's just better to play, I don't know, Infernal Grasp or Blood Out, or I guess Pylon, maybe. Yeah, perhaps I'm gonna make that change. I just don't have any sideboard cards for this matchup. Lauren, no, nothing really. Okay, yeah. Might want to make that change. That was impressive though. No thank you. Not much better, but it does something. Gonna bin the Haunted Ridge, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I could also bin the... No, I need that for Painless White, I guess. Also turn 2 Painless White is nice. Epicure. Nice. Now that we have blood, we can make some card advantage with the Baron. Yep, you got me. I do like that this deck, in the late game at least... Huh. Do I just play this Baron? I do like that this deck has all these blood tokens in the late game, so you never really totally flood out. You always can find more gas. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of just running out of Baron, although it's probably just gonna get killed. I could play the Thrillseeker, pump this one. Gets a clock going and has them... Then they're probably gonna kill this, I guess. But it's better than them killing the Baron. Yeah. And also, Baron... Like, if you can pump this up later on with Socialite, with Baron, with Edgar, I mean, it's going to deal more damage. So that's a nice synergy on the Thrillseeker. And the Thrillseeker is just an individually powerful card. Really, I think it's one of the better cards for Standard out of the last set. It's just not really, it hasn't really found a home, I guess. It would work nicely with big creatures in a green-red deck, too. If you can, like, put 2 counters on a meat loss and fire 6 at your opponent. Okay, that's a shield red. I mean, seeing how I will lose a game to shield red likely now really makes me wanna... Oh, this also has Convoke, right? That's amazing. I totally forgot about that. That makes it even... Wow, that makes it kind of amazing with all the blood then. Because this means that you can just convoke this out with your vampires at like instant speed with the madness from the blood. Like you have, I don't know, like imagine you have three untapped vampires. You're going into a combat situation where your opponent attacks you, and then you have only one black up. You can just like boom, discard this after blocks, and then flash in the Baron. That's pretty sick. I think here I just have to buy me some time. And yeah, I just really have to find a go for the throat. The underdog comes back. Oh my god, the hand. I guess the hand is just very blue heavy. This is the only play. It's just color screwed. Yikes! I have too many lands. All right, I'm gonna discard the Baron. Cast it. I'm gonna lose 2 more life there. More Barons, okay. Attack. I'm impressed. Okay, this card does a lot. It also has lifelink, which helps a little here against the shield, I guess. My opponent goes ham. Okay, they attack me for 7, then I go to 2 in my draw step, and then I attack back for 8 lifelink. Man, one spell would have been nice. Okay. Yeah. So attack for 8. They go to 12. So play another estate plus the turn. State costs 2 mana and tap, so I can make a blood actually. Okay, so they can hit me again for 7, but that puts me to 3. Then I could go to 1, so that would be fine. Trespasser has some targets in my graveyard. I feel like from playing this first match with the deck, there's definitely something to this. Like, you don't have to splash white even. You could have a better mana base. I mean, Edgar is a good card. The Duelist is like less good, I would say. It's more dubious to me. I'm not sure if that's that great, but yeah, like there's definitely something to this. Oh, wow. Huh. Well, now we are in a winning position. Nice, the opponent says. I do agree. Alright, let's get rid of this caves. More vampires. Yeah, just swing for 12. Go to 19. One goes down to 3. Play a 5/5. Play this on white. No, I actually do want to leave my estate alive, and I guess I'll just, I have no cards in hand. I'm just going to do it now before, just save time. Don't have to click through stuff. Okay. I mean, you had 3 life. Oh, that's good. That is going to definitely save you. Oh, Thrillseeker? Well, now you're dead. And another Dust Legion. Okay, cool. So, yeah, just play Thrillseeker. I mean, this is a ton of damage. Put us here. This is 9. I can sack both of these. That's crazy. Wow. I'm impressed. Damn. Okay, let's change the sideboard and then continue with this. Okay, that is certainly a mulligan. Alright, this is better. Although I can't cast Go for the Throat, I suppose I will ditch one of these. There's an interesting balance to strike in this deck. Voldaren Estate is unfortunately a pain land, so you can't have too many more pain lands. You'd really kill 4 more fast lands. If you had the black-white or the red-white fast land, that would be very nice. But you don't, so you gotta play some slow lands, which can lead to awkward starts like this. I have to make a decision if I want to go Estate turn 1 Epicure, or if I want to go Socialite on turn 2 into double Epicure, make those 2/2s. It's a bit safer to go with that route, but the upside of going Epicure turn 1 into drawing an untapped land is huge, of course, because I then instantly get my Socialite out and I can curve out, etc, etc. So I think I'm gonna go for the high upside play. I'm already on a mulligan. I'm already on the draw, so I really need tempo. Yeah, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, I got rewarded. I'll attack for 1. And I'll play a Socialite. And take 2 damage, which is pretty rough. Alright, cool. We're on the board. Opponent has a kill spell. Okay. Markov Baron. Let's play Sundown Pass. Oops, let's do this and then Convoke this out. Convoke is really nice with 1-drops. Makes me kind of want to play more 1-drops, honestly. Ugh. Okay, opponent stifled us pretty well here. Likely Esper control, I would guess. But now I have Wandering Emperor, I'm pretty much dead. They have... I have to commit more to the board here, even though like I'm gonna get blown out by Sunfall. It's just how it is. And game 1 against Esper control could be tough. Like, we are kind of the deck that is exactly the prey for Esper control, really. Just like, play 1 creature a turn, you know, run into my sweepers. It's not great. Okay, that's a good vampire that at least draws. Oh no! God, I have to play it pre-combat. Anna, no! That was a punt. I forgot. I have to play it pre-combat. Yeah, I'm not gonna play it post-combat. Okay, well, oh my gosh, this is also a card I want to play pre-combat. Ay, my... Mamma mia. This didn't work out well, huh? And Wandering Emperor is also very good against my deck, so... Opponent just choosing to kill all my stuff really makes me think they just don't have a sweeper. Yeah, look at this. Okay, at that point I'm just gonna play free, I guess. I'm kind of really happy how this all worked out. I mean, they used spot removals on my stuff. Okay, Union of the Third Path, interesting. All right, out of stuff. Wow. Yeah, no card. Ooh. the beginning of your post-combat main phase. Look at top X cards. I just have to read this card again. It's been a while. So I can just play this next turn in my pre-combat phase, attack with Henrika, and then basically draw free if that damage gets through. Cool. Oh, just winning. I mean, Esper does need either a Sweeper or Wandering Emperor or Memory Deluge to basically get ahead on cards, right? And if they... Alright, there's Memory Deluge now. Things could get dicey again. I mean, they're at 14 life. That's plenty of life to work with. Okay, I'm gonna get out the Florian here. And then I'm gonna flip the Henrika. Swing for free. And then we're gonna draw some cards. So I can either fetch a land, in which case I could play the Baron as well. Or I could get Epicure, I guess. Which deals 1 more damage. If they have a Sweeper, like if I play Baron, I'm kinda empty-handed, huh? Interesting. If they have a Sweeper next turn. I suppose actually I'm seeing a line right now that's kind of cool too. I can flash out the Baron at instant speed in their end step, which is commits to the battlefield. Like if you already have a good board state, you could just pass the turn and then end of turn flash in the Markov Baron. So that makes you better against the Sweeper. Interesting. I kind of want to play Thrillseeker and give Henrika some counters, but maybe that's too aggressive. So if I do that, they'll just kill Henrika in response. What if I... No. So I think I want to play around Wandering Emperor. It's like they've just Memory Deluged. They must have hit 2 good cards, and they didn't hit a Sweeper, obviously. So I would give them at least the best case non-Sweeper card, which is Wandering Emperor. So how do I best play around Wandering Emperor? What if I give my Epicure counters? And then I play Baron as well? I could do that. And I attack for everybody. It's not even close to lethal. Like... And I also want to get cards from the Florian, right? So I kind of don't want to play lands. So I could just play Thrillseeker, make my Epicure bigger, attack everybody. They're going to kill either Florian or Henrika. I still attack, put them down to 6. You know. I think that's alright. I don't want to play a land, even though it plays around Make Disappear, because we're in top deck mode, so the likelihood of Make Disappear is not that high. And I also don't think they took it with Memory Deluge. And yeah, I want them with Florian at least like be able to hit a land. Okay, now they are pretty much dead. Okay, we did find a land. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Cool. Well, that was easy. I mean, you gotta play around stuff if you just had the worst Memory Deluge ever. Yeah, it is how it is. Okay, I'll kill you in response. Why not? Okay, we got game 1 against... Like, a matchup that's probably a bit difficult in game 1. I cut these go for the throats, right? Get in these Duresses. And add a Sorin and probably cut the Anje. Anje is like a big dum-dum that just dies to a go for the throat. Okay, yeah, looks fine. I mean, having 0 removal, maybe not the call. I could have Unlicensed Hers. Gives me something that's at least good against Sunfall. Edgar's pretty terrible against like Emperor, Sunfall, all these cards. Be nicer to have more Henrikas. Yeah, I mean, I'll try one Hearse. Maybe I can do Rest, their Sunfall, and then Edgar's actually good if I, you know, get rid of all their exiling. It's kind of annoying for them if they just have Go for the Throats and Void Rants. They also showed me March of Otherworldly Light, so they probably have a lot of exiling. Okay, this sounds reasonable. So they kept a bit of a greedy one. Kind of intrigued to take the Jace, honestly. Seems like an annoying card here if they deploy it on turn 3. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so I could play Duelist, or I could play Harvester. I think I'll just play Harvester, right? It's just better to see that die to go for the throat than to see the Duelist die. Now the Sunset will draw them a card. They have white. They did find white. They don't want to fire it off though. Okay, let's play this. Name maps. I think they have a counter spell. At least they have something. Maybe an edict. Yeah, they have edict, right? Oh, they have union. Okay. Union is a reasonable effect. Yeah, that's pretty great. They get 2 1/1s and draw a card. That's pretty good. I'm gonna use my blood here. Try to find a good play for next turn. It's not the best play, huh? Guess I'll just do Sokenzan. It's pretty embarrassing. Evelyn's gonna be good. Maybe I should have more Evelyn in the sideboard. Like, it's nice to have a flash vampire that draws cards in this matchup. Yeah, I mean, they're 22. They have... Yeah, I think I'm pretty much super dead here. We'll have to see. The Evelyn has to hard carry pretty much. And you need Evelyn to stick in play to be able to cast the cards. So if they kill her, bad news. It feels like I'm playing a kitty deck. My opponent's playing the real deck. Still at 20 life, no problem. You know, I even Duress them. It didn't do anything. I guess they kind of had the perfect draw, didn't they? Like, they only had 2 lands, but, you know, they just drew lands continuously, so... Okie dokie, so this only triggers once. I definitely don't want to play my Edgar into their farewell. So let's see if we can find a nice vamp. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. Now, the issue though is that Evelyn can't die. How do I do this? My opponent has 3 unknowns. Do I play around Wandering Emperor? Do I just not attack? Do I play my Socialite? Just naked? I think I'll attack. Ah, they have it. Oh, they don't. Okay. Sure. If they can't kill the Evelyn, I might be able to win this game. On the back of this Make Disappear. Like each turn, so in their turn my Make Disappear is online again. Each turn I can cast a spell of theirs. Or of the Evelyn hits. So what did we hit? We hit an Underground River. Sure, that's fine. And we hit a Duress. Wow, that's pretty good. Okay, so do I want to play the Sulfurous Springs? I don't think I need to. I'm gonna have plenty of lands via Evelyn, so I just want to keep lands in my hand for the discard on the blood. And I could keep up the Make Disappear actually, in case they have Wandering Emperor, because now I have the rest for the farewell too. All right. Let's see what I got. And we found a Markov Baron. That's kind of awesome with the blood token. Okay. So I can't counter the memory delusion now. Yeah, they're gonna find 2 good new cards. It's a bit annoying, but hey, what can you do? Alright, what's the turn? Still have to make disappear at the ready, and otherwise we can just end of turn Markov Baron. But I assume my Evelyn is gonna at least like either go for the float at this point, right? Edict. Edict's fine. I guess they get to draw a card. Can't really, like I could discard, but I will be at 3 cards. Maybe I should have played the Springs because of those 2, yeah. That was a mistake. I could have denied them a card there. That was a mistake. Pretty sure about that. Why is their deserted beach glowing like that? It's just a bug. It's a bit annoying. And they have make disappear. Oh no, they have a kill spell. Alright, my Evelyn drew like, I don't know, an infinite amount of cards, so... Ooh, they have to exile the farewell even. I guess I'm fine with that. Okay. Interesting. Just spew out my board and hope they don't have a sweeper anymore. I mean, I used up 2 farewell and I have a sunfall with the Evelyn, so I mean... And I had 20. I gotta be fast. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. It really pains me a little bit with the Sulfurous Springs. I should have thought about the Revelry. It was kind of obvious. I saw it, so it's just like an obvious mistake. They should have had 1 card less. Another Deluge is good. Okay. This is tight. I could play around the Sunfall by Thrillseeker on Edgar and then sack Edgar. Okay. Which, I guess now I'm just gonna kill the Shieldred with my Edgar. That will also make me a little bit better against... Could sack the blood first, if I want to. Nah, I think I have a pretty good line here, so I'm not gonna do that. I guess I could also sack this and kill the Shieldred that way. Sacking the Edgar does... It's like good against a sweeper, but... Am I beating a sweeper? Like, they're gonna get a 5/5 incubate. I assume they have like 2 more Sunfalls in the deck. So we got rid of 2 farewells, but they probably have like... The normal amount is 3 Sunfall, 2 farewell. So I might just want to use the Thrillseeker to kill this. And then attack with everybody. They're gonna chomp, go to 14, and then like 10, 13 damage next turn. Yeah, I think that's better. Doesn't play around Sunfall, but I think I'm losing against Sunfall anyways. Okay, they're not even jumping, so that makes me think they don't have Sunfall. Alright, cool. Alright. Nothing? Cool. Attack! Ugh, no, that's not a good sign. But why didn't you jump last turn? God damn it. Did they just drew Sunfall? That's weird. Alright, I should have been smarter, I guess, and just play around the Sunfall more. I figured that I'm like a little, you know, too slow and lose against Memory Deluge perhaps if I don't. Keep the Edgar on board. Yeah, I kinda got punished for what I did, but yeah, it's magic. Okay, well, now my route to victory is just hope they don't have a removal. Flip the Henrika, play Thrillseeker before that, of course. And then hit them for 5, sack for 5. Pray that is enough. They do have the removal. Close game. Evelyn did a lot of heavy lifting, and I guess in the end it would have been a lot smarter for me to yeah, to play around the Sunfall. Okay, we didn't... I guess we saw a creature. We did see that they boarded in Shieldred. Maybe I should have some removal. Play around the Sunfall. I also gave them a card unnecessarily. I don't know if it was correct to play around the Sunfall. I think it wasn't. It's just like so easy to say in hindsight that you should have done it differently. If I sacked the Edgar, I just give them so much more time. But then again, maybe I'm able to outgrind a Sunfall. Maybe I underestimated the power of the card. I kind of said like, I'm gonna lose anyways if they have it. But maybe that's not true. Maybe I can actually outgrind it. Because I already, like, that game was, if they didn't have the March at the end, I would have had like some vampire tokens, and then I get the Edgar back, and then I attack those. Yeah. But yeah, all in all, I feel like you need a little bit more sideboard for this matchup. Some sort of annoying threat would be nice. Like, I already lost this game. I mean, I just killed this and then I have a 2-2. This is just heinous. But this is the type of matchup where Esper really shines. So you need more tools. You definitely need more tools. Like, look at this. I mean, I'm getting really unlucky too, to be fair. Like, this is kind of a non-game. I'm just, I have 7. Kept 4 lands, 2 spells, moving into 6, and then drew 4 lands or whatever, or 3 lands in a row. It is how it is. Yeah. Haven't seen a Wandering Emperor yet, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, I was about to say, not gonna play it. All right, I'll just move on. I mean, this game is like so done. I'm good. Let's have some more games that are interesting. Yes, I would like to play first. That seems reasonable. Epicure. Vampire. I mean, this is a sick curve out. Esper again. Esper everywhere these days, huh? Can make disappear that, which you will. Surprise, surprise. And Esper is the tier 0, I feel like. Esper is the deck you want to play and have to have on your radar. If you want to play this format, it is the king right now, I believe. It doesn't really have any terrible matchups. It has tools against everybody. But I think my Is It Mindsplay's deck, if you want to attack Esper, that is a really nice way of doing so. I can recommend that deck, I think. I could actually sack the Edgar. I think I like that actually, because I do have a second Edgar as well. Like, Edgars actually work together in multiples, because yeah, whenever you get another one, you just sack the first one, and then and so on and so on. It's actually kind of cool. And this also makes me a little bit better against Sunfall. Okay, I assume they have Sunfall here, or at least like Memory Deluge into a Sunfall. At least that is what they need. At 4 life now, so a Thrillseeker Might be lethal. I mean, Thrillseeker will be lethal with the 1/1 vampire. Yeah. Florian. Not the best. It pains me a little bit to discard that, but I think... So play this. This cost me 3 to activate, so it'll be 1 short of making another blood. Yeah, okay, I'll play it. I'm not sure though. Maybe I should have left it in hand. I don't think I should have discarded it, because this land does give me a little bit of late game. Although it is very slow. Like, if I don't have a board, it is very slow. I do get more 1/1s though. And Edgar will essentially have haste when he comes back, so certainly, like, if they go sweeper here, I could just hit them for 4. So that doesn't work. So they need... Warning Emperor would do it, right? Like, 2 life, kill my Edgar. That would do it. Henrika. I'll play you, I guess. Let's tap a little differently. Keep up my springs. Draw a card with Henrika. And they can also... Oof, actually, this is kind of rough, huh? Yeah. Ah, gosh, I should have thought about this a little bit more. Oh, this is pretty brutal. I mean, there's a reason this Esper deck is pretty good. Like, all these cards are just Sunfall and Warning Emperor, both pretty bonkers. Trying to play creatures against this deck is just... It's a losing strategy, really. It really is. It's unfortunate. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to lose hope yet, but maybe there's ways you can fix this. But I think fixing it usually involves blue. Like Duress. Is Duress good enough? Maybe Phyrexian Arena, something like that. More Planeswalkers. They have Edict for Planeswalkers, they have Voidaren for Planeswalkers, but Planeswalkers nonetheless are pretty annoying for Esper. So... Or if you have any ideas how to attack this matchup from the Vampire side, because I like the Vampires deck a lot. It seems very powerful. It has inevitability with the blood. Whoa, what? You're not killing my Edgar? What am I missing? How are you not killing Edgar, activating the 4/4 and blocking my Florian? What? In what world does this even make remotely sense? I guess they have another Sunfall? They want to... I don't understand. I guess they just have another Sunfall, huh? That's it. Interesting. But isn't it a bit risky to go to 2 life? I don't like this play that much. I find it pretty risky what they're doing. They could have been at go up to 6 and then take 1, go down to 5. Now you're 2. And I don't need more creatures, that's for sure, so I guess I'll just take the estate. And play it. And then I can make 2 tokens, I guess, for literally 0. I can do that at instant speed, I guess. Just pass the turn. That was a weird play. Now I have them again with the Thrillseeker. Yeah, it's just way too greedy, but I guess, I don't know, they weren't thinking about the Thrillseeker, huh? Yeah, I'll do this. I have a lot of draws to it. Maybe they have a Maid disappear. Maybe that's why they did this, because they wanted to have us. But they can just minus. No, it's just I think that play is just heinous. Honestly, I think it's really bad. Like there's just no. I can't. I'm trying to find arguments for it, but. Can't find good reasons for doing that play. There's just none. Yeah, well, I could find another Epicure. I should have tapped differently. I could have avoided the damage. It's okay. Yeah, Sunfall's just exceptional. What usually in the past, you know, it's the same with Farewell, but Farewell at least costs 6 mana. You know, like creatures with death triggers and so on were kind of like okay against these sweeper decks, right? So you could defend yourself that way from like a board wipe. But Sunfall just completely, you know, it just ignores that. It just exiles everything, doesn't ask any. It's a really powerful effect. And 5 mana is expensive, but it is right around that corner where it's good enough. And not only good enough, it's excellent. Considering that you get, you know, a 5/5 on top. I mean, I had 1 life, so I have outs. Anje is an out too. Just sack bloods to their face. Markov Baron. I wonder if it makes sense to play this and then just make more blood. I have 2 cards in hand. They have a lot of basics actually, huh? This looks to be an interesting take on the deck. Lots of basics and Field of Ruin. And then maybe they're very light on black cards, I guess. So if I play the Baron, tap 2, then I have the Estate cost me 2 mana then. Because oh yeah, I have the blood. Right, so definitely I want to kill this first though, maybe. Just buy me time. Kill the double striker. Alright, now I discard you. Play you. Tap this. Oh wow, they just snap tapped. And there's lethal. It's as easy as this. Okay. 4 damage to your face. Point could have been at 5. Cool. Getting there in game 1 against this deck again is certainly surprising, because game 1 is even tougher, I would say, but yeah, I'll take it. Maybe Anje isn't even worse than Edgar, because at least we get blood. Edgar. I don't know, Edgar was kind of nice there. I mean, we played the second one, we could sacrifice it into Edict. It went around the Sunfall in a way. If we have Thrillseeker plus Edgar, we can... In a weird way, Edgar can play around the Sunfall if we get it into the graveyard, which I guess that's the difficult part. Yeah, I mean, watching this Esper deck in action, it just makes me think, like, why are you not playing it yourself? It just looks so good. That was an interesting hand. I guess we do this and have a good curve. But yeah, again, if you want to have a chance against this deck, I think trying Izzet Mind Splice is a good way. Like that deck really seems like a great meta call if the ladder is half Esper. It's just, You're this tribal deck and you need your synergies to be going, right? You need your creatures to survive and then they all snowball. Like, this deck just kills everything, so this Vampires deck doesn't really get going. A 3-mana 2/2 is not that good if all your other creatures are dead. Basically, it's just a 3-mana 2/2 lifelinker, so. But we can flash it in with the Epicure here, which is cute. I guess there I can see the reason why Epicure is nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn and cast a Baron end of turn. Drawing a card. That's pretty good. What they can do now, which actually makes this play a little risky, is they can, with the Madness trigger on the stack, kill my Epicure. Yeah. They didn't do that. Well, I'm happy, but that's something you can do if you play against this stack. And this type of situation, they just kill the Epicure. I never get to cast Baron. I don't have the creature to convoke it, so... Well, I'm glad that didn't happen. So I guess I'll just play Edgar, be mana efficient. I really hope they don't have a second make disappear. That would be kind of brutal. Okay, they don't. It's good. Yeah, you just can't play around everything. You know, you just gotta play to the board. Use your mana efficiently. Lots of swamps. What's up with their mana base? I'm just like confused. Okay, so I could go Epicure Socialite, but that would mean I commit a lot to the board. I could also go Thrillseeker and sack my Edgar after hitting for 6. You know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. It insulates me against the sweeper, at least against Sunfall, which I like. Oh, by the way, I only play 1 basics, so this Field of Ruin is gonna potentially cause damage. Okay, that worked. I mean, now I'm kind of inclined to... No. We can just sack the Thrillseeker, honestly. Boom, boom. You know. This was pretty good. I gotta say, Thrillseeker is a sick card that adds a lot to this deck. Just, yeah, this hurts. This does hurt a lot. I don't have another basic. Drawing the 1 swamp against the Field of Ruin deck. That is unfortunate. It looks like we're beating my opponent. 1 more damage from the Epicure. Edgar Markov's Coffin is pretty annoying. They need, I don't know, they need maybe a card that maybe is a little underplayed. Oh yeah, that one is pretty good too here. Yeah, that one buys a lot of time. Jeez, okay. A card that is underplayed maybe is the Boonbringer Valkyrie, giving some life gain. Being a big life-linking angel. Although I suppose that card is pretty bad against Lymphomantic Barrage, so that's a downside. Okay, so this deals 1 damage. They even paint them with that, huh? So they went low on life. I could go Epicure. Wow, this is actually kind of sick. I can go Epicure, Socialite, pump everybody, and then play Baron. I mean, I make myself a little weak to a sweeper, but at this point, no, just gotta give him the finishing touches. They sweep me. And maybe the Baron was unnecessary. But now they need to have a sweeper, otherwise they're just dead. I guess maybe I didn't need to play the Baron though. I don't know. They have a Jace too. Oh, looks like they don't have a sweeper. I mean, settle the wreckage ain't illegal in this format. Let's play Florian for some extra value. I mean, I have the Edgar coming for 4 haste next turn too, so... yeah, my situation does look pretty good. So they have an Emperor here. Yeah, kill my Baron. So they're at 5, they can chump. And go to 1. Okay. Yeah, sure. I get the Florian for 4. Oh. Wait, this is just default. I was like, oh, nice, I can Duress them. I just have to kill. Awesome. Okay, 2-0ing Esper. I don't know. I mean, this game they didn't have Sunfall. In the other game they did. I'm impressed. I like it. Alright, outro time. Yeah, this deck was impressive. I like it. Honestly, to the Mardu version of this deck, I don't see how you would make any significant changes. I like the Voldaren Epicure over the 2-1. You know, Gorger card. It does synergize very nicely with Baron, which is awesome. Yeah, I think what I'm interested in with this whole archetype is trying out a red-black version. Perhaps playing 4 more 1-drops. It's very nice with the Lords, with the Socialite. Just having 8 1-drops is great. And yeah, of course, getting rid of Edgar and Dusk Legion Duelist. But yeah, I mean, with Esper Control being one of the best decks in the format and super popular, I think Edgar is just not in a great place right now, so it's not that important to play it. And the Dusk Legion Duelist is not like an insane card either. It's a good vampire. It synergizes with Socialite and Thrillseeker, but it's not like you have to play it. So you could play less 2-drops, for example. You could play the Voldaren Bloodcaster, I believe it's called, a 2-1 flyer. That yeah. Or you could also play Bloodtithe Adversary, perhaps. I mean, most of the time it will just be a 2-2 haster, but when you have that go for the throat in the graveyard and 5 mana, hey, you play it for 5, kill a thing. That's pretty powerful. And it also works nicely with the Duress and the sideboard. So those are the things I would explore. Yeah, and then it also makes it easier to cast stuff like Sorin or I guess Liliana from your sideboard. Liliana is also a cool way to have a sideboard card that is reasonable against control by just playing discard, discard, discard. It also is a way to kill a Shieldred or a Chromehost Sea Shark or a Boonbringer Valkyrie from your opponent if they bring them in. So it is not only a, you know, you don't really want to have Pylon or Infernal Grasp against the Esper deck because sometimes they're just completely blanks. And Liliana is both a removal for a creature and disrupts their hand. So something to think about. Alright guys, that is it for this vampire videos. I'm honestly surprised by this brew. I think it has a lot of potential. And I'm thrilled to have tried it. Alright guys, take care and see you soon. Bye bye.